So this was one of the shortest episodes that we've got from this season so far, but it was also one of the most jam-packed episodes that we've got from this season so far. And at the same time, it was still working as an episode that's just building the blocks for what's to come. We get a lot out of this episode. We finally find out how Peacemaker's brother dies. And it's a really tragic end to a story. It's really, really sad the way his brother dies. We find out it's finally all his father's fault for making them fight in the backyard, and then just Peacemaker throws a punch that ends up causing him to have a seizure. And his father always blames Peacemaker for this. And it's really, really tragic, and it just really says a lot about their relationship as a whole. That this entire time his father's been blaming him for the death of his son, but really it's his fault. It's all been his fault. Everything is his fault. The guy's a racist. He's totally ass backwards. He's crazy. He's out of his mind. And we see that in this episode when he guns down Peacemaker and he's really trying to kill his own son, his own blood. And he does it in almost spectacular fashion. He's wearing his White Dragon costume, and his White Dragon costume has a lot of interesting tech on it. It's got those gauntlets that shoots out those energy beams. It's grenade proof. We see that when Vigilante throws a grenade and it almost kills Vigilante, but it does nothing to the White Dragon costume. My only problem here is I wanted to see more of a battle between these two. We don't really get to see too much. It's a lot of running away, Peacemaker trying to flee away from his father, and then they have that impactful moment at the end where Peacemaker puts an end to their feud finally and forever. But I kind of wanted to see more. I wanted to see more gadgetry. I wanted to see a little bit more back and forth, some more fighting between the two. I wanted to see what this suit could do a lot more. I wanted to see more out of it. His father is such a genius. He creates this huge arsenal of equipment, all these gadgets, all this equipment. I wanted to see his suit do a lot more than just fly around and shoot those energy particles. So it was interesting. I liked it a lot, but I kind of wanted to see more out of those two. I wanted to see a bigger, more epic battle between them. Another thing I'm kind of not understanding so much about this is Judo Master, the little guy in the green. I'm not really understanding what his role is in this episode or in this show entirely. They keep having him come back, escaping from being tied up and causing havoc. And I'm not really understanding what his role is. Is he going to come up in the season finale? Is he going to help the butterflies in the season finale somehow? For the most part, he's been causing little scenes of mischief here and there to what seems to be a pointless end. It's just kind of pointless. It's not going anywhere with him. They don't really know what to do with this character, I think, moving forward. And I don't know why they keep using him. Hopefully we see him in the finale, some kind of spectacle with him. Something happens, something interesting, because I don't understand otherwise why they keep bringing him up throughout the episodes and they keep using this character over and over again. It doesn't really make sense to me. We get a lot of comedic moments in this episode. There's a funny moment when Peacemaker ties his helmet to a raccoon and then they pan over and they show his face afterwards and it's totally scratched to hell, and he makes a comment about those damn raccoons. And then we also get a really funny moment when Eagly is at the vet and Peacemaker is praying to God that Eagly will be okay, and he talks about how he could have found himself an ugly fat chick to take care of Eagly, and he could have had sex with her once out of pity when he got out of jail, and that was pretty funny too. There's some funny moments out of this episode that I thought were noteworthy. So there's a lot of stuff in this episode. It's pretty packed. And it's showing the shorter episodes. It's only 39 minutes long. The other ones are around 46 minutes. But it had a lot of things that happened in it. And they also set the stage up perfectly. We finally see what the cow looks like. It's this ugly looking goober. Just a really disgusting looking worm bug. I thought it was going to be an actual cow. Stupid me. I thought it was going to be a cow. But it was an alien cow. Just a creature. So we get to finally see that they're setting up the stage for what's to come in the final episode, and I think that's going to be a real banger. That episode's going to be out of control awesome. There's going to be a lot of killing, a lot of sick action. I can't wait to see what the concluding episode is going to give us in this epic saga that we've been given so far. Just for what this episode brings to the table and all the elements that it has, I'll give this episode a creme de la creme out of a creme de la creme or a gold ranking. It had a lot of stuff in this episode. It was shorter, but it had a lot of good stuff in it. We get a lot of good comedy. We get a lot of backstory. They move the story forward a lot. A lot of good elements in this episode. A lot of things happen. And I didn't even touch on Myrn and what happens to Myrn. So a lot of things happen in this episode, guys. And it was very, very interesting. We learned a lot in this episode. So for that reason, I give it a creme de la creme. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. I'm curious to know how you guys think it stacks up to episodes previous and what you guys thought of it as a standalone episode. Let me know in the comment section below. Alright guys, thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe for more content and reviews. And I'll catch you on the next According to Ash. Stay gold.